guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Alya if you were new here. So in today's title, as you can tell by the video, we are doing a spooky season video. So I have a Halloween makeup look and costume that I want to share with you guys today. I'm doing like a modern take on a Victorian era vampire. So kind of the inspo for this costume was actually this corset that I've had for probably, I would say like 10, 11 years. I got this for a costume party back in the day and I still have it. It laces up in the back and I thought this would be perfect, but because I'm in Ireland and it is a little chilly, I didn't want to just wear like just the corset. So I have this, it's going to be really hard to kind of imagine on camera, but it's this wrap front black lace top. It's like a cold shoulder top, so which actually works out perfectly because the corset has straps and these have straps, so they'll be kind of hidden under it. But then they have, you know, this like lacing detail and the flowing sleeves, and then it'll poke out the bottom, which will be really cute. And for the bottom part of the outfit, I got this really cute little black skirt and it has this grommet detailing on it. And I thought that the little like pleated skirt would be really cute underneath like the corset, just because everything's kind of fitted and it's good to have like a little bit of like a flowy, like you don't want the whole outfit to just be like tight all the way down, if you get my vibe. And then for accessories, I have this sort of like black choker detail necklace. I have my trusty black over the knee high boots. I just actually got them repaired because the heel was broken off and the toe was kind of like dinged up. It still kind of is, like it's not real leather, so they couldn't really patch it the way that you would a regular leather boot. But that's kind of the vibe, and probably a black little handbag. I have this black little like corset detailed bag that I'll probably wear. So I'm really excited about the outfit. I have really no idea what I'm gonna be doing for the makeup, so this is kind of just gonna be like, we're gonna figure it out together, but I think it'll be really cute. So I'm gonna use the lightest foundation that will actually, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've done a makeup video on this channel. I'm gonna do my primer first. So vampires don't really have pores, so we're using a little pore minimizing primer, just literally all over my face. And this is the Baby Skin Maybelline one, super cheap. I also have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, so perhaps I might add that as well. Let's just see. I might just take a tiny bit of this and just kind of like in these areas, you know, the areas where the pores are the most visible. And then I find it's important to just let that set. I feel like when I try to just go in foundation before it's kind of like melted into my skin, it gets patchy, so we're just gonna let it sit for a sec. Zoom you guys in a bit. I think it's set in enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my NYX BB cream, and this is just in the shade 01 Nude. It's the lightest shade. I think they discontinued this type of packaging. It's a new packaging with more shade options, but it's very light. I've always wanted to do a vampire look, but I actually haven't done it. I've done like literally every other type of costume you can possibly do, like literally every costume. It's insane. This isn't gonna offer a ton of coverage. It's more just gonna like even out my skin tone, especially because my beauty blender is damp, so it is picking up some of the product. But I'm going in with kind of a really, well, it's not kind of, it is like a really white and full coverage concealer. It's my Tarte Shape Tape one. I haven't used it in ages, but that's the one that I'm really going to be using to really just make my face look ghostly. So that's this one. This is in the shade 20S Light Sand. It is still very white though. I actually had the lightest shade before this one, and that one was even whiter. I haven't used this in so long because I don't really use a full coverage concealer anymore. Oh yeah, that's white. That is a very light concealer for sure. We are looking vampy, kids. Wow, it looks even whiter on camera. I feel like this is the type of concealer that has a massive flashback to it, but it's okay because that's kind of the vibe we're going for. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set that with my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, and this is a pressed powder. This used to be a loose powder, but they discontinued that and now they're doing this one. And I'm not using any cream products for this look, so I may just set my whole face with this with like a brush. But I like to use this powder puff in my T-zone just because it really helps blend everything together. And then for the rest of my face, I'm just gonna do this. So professional. Earlier I was working on another costume that I'm really excited for you guys to see. I'll be filming that one tomorrow. That is my themed party that I'm having. We are doing a Victoria's Secret theme where we're all going to be dressing up as angels, so I'm very excited for that. So I just did like a DIY on the wings because they were not extra and glamorous enough for me, and we know how extra I am. So that was really fun. I've been working on filming that, so you guys will see that after this video comes out. And then next I'm going to go in with a really cool toned shade here. I've actually never used this tone, but I'm going to be using this one for my contour. It's going to be really funny because I'm going on the bus and it's going to literally, wow, that was aggressive. It's just going to look like I don't know how to do my makeup and I'm dead. Hopefully people will get the vibe that I'm a vampire. It's going to be really awkward on the bus. Okay, this color is like very pigmented. Wow, I was not expecting that. And then I'm going to just go in with this little angled brush, pick up some of that. And start putting it in the hollows of my face. Usually I don't like to contour like this anymore because I feel like it makes me look older. Like it makes my face look a little too hollowed out, like I've got some fat loss going on. But for this look, it works. And then, not too much, but just a bit everywhere else. And I'm not going to do any blush or highlight because vampires don't have that. So it's really just going to be like a cool toned look, which is, I'm not gonna lie, not normally my vibe. So we're gonna move on into eyes, and I'm gonna start with just a light base shade, mostly to set my lids. It's just the same shade that I always do. Actually, before we move into eyeshadow, I forgot. I'm gonna do brows, but I don't think I'm gonna do my brows how I normally do them. Like I normally do a real fluffy brow. I think I'm gonna do just more of like a chiseled kind of brow look. And I think I'm gonna actually fill them with eyeshadow. Just like a dark color that kind of matches. I did just tint them, so I don't think I'm gonna need to do too much. And then I'll probably set them in place with a brow gel. Okay, well they could clearly use some shaping, but I don't have a brow appointment for a while, so this is gonna be as good as they're gonna get. And I'm just gonna set those right now. Actually, it's not a clear brow gel, but I'm just gonna make it work because my clear one is somewhere else. What's funny is no one really dresses up in Ireland, which is very bizarre to me because Halloween was actually invented in Ireland. Fun fact, and most people don't know that for some reason. They think it's an American holiday because America commercialized it. But everyone here is really anti-Halloween, like they don't want to celebrate it. So that being said, since Halloween's not technically till Monday, we're probably gonna be the only people dressed up at the bar. But that's fine, I don't mind. So now I'm gonna move into eyeshadow, and I'm gonna go with kind of like a deep, like cool tones. So I guess I'm gonna start out with a cool tone as my transition shade. I'm gonna use this shade right here, which is sort of like, I don't know, kind of like a grayish, if you will. And I'm just gonna put that all over here and bring it up kind of higher than normal. And I don't know how like much I want to overdo it. Like, do I want to do the fake blood? I don't know, because I feel like that's doing the most, and like I said, no one else is really gonna be that dressed up, so I feel like that could be a bit awkward. All right, I think I'm gonna take a brick red type of shade, and I'm gonna layer that just over this one, and it's really just gonna darken it up. This is gonna be like one of those trust the process types of looks, because these two palettes don't seem to want to blend together very well, but it's fine because we're gonna be adding some darker shades, so it won't really matter too much. So we're gonna deepen that up even a bit more with a slightly darker shade. It's still in the sort of red family. I probably should have done the eyeshadow before, but I'm so bad with remembering to do eyeshadow looks before doing like your base makeup. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you're gonna do an intense eye look, you might want to do that first. That way you don't have fallout. And I'm gonna go in with a slightly smaller brush, and I'm gonna pick up that same shade, but I'm gonna just do it on the inside. So we're almost kind of doing like a halo look. And I'm really just taking that shade and like lining it through the crease, but again, just kind of leaving the center just a tiny bit lighter for a little contrast. And then we are going to pick up a little bit of a black shade and just buff that along the lash line, only on the outer third. Kind of like a wing, but not exactly. But it's sort of going to give that illusion. Did they do cat eye in the Victorian era? Did they do cat eye in the Victorian era? I highly doubt it. But like I said, we're doing a modern twist on a Victorian vampire. Because my outfit isn't like, you know, exactly like it would be for a Victorian costume. But I didn't want to have to go out and buy stuff for this. The only thing I bought was the skirt. Everything else I already had, so I didn't want to spend a ton of money because I did spend some coin on the themed party that I'm having. So now I'm just buffing all of those together just to make it more seamless. Because like I said, sometimes eyeshadows from different palettes don't like each other and they just don't want to vibe. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to take that red shade. And for this, I'm going to take it down a little lower than normal just because, well, I guess I kind of always do this with my eyeshadow, but we really want to accentuate that red, especially because I don't have red contacts. Thank God for TikTok vampire filters, which have the red contacts, so we're in business. Okay, then I'm going to take this brush, this fluffier brush, and just kind of buff it. And then I'm going to take a little bit of a black shade. And it's not going to be like a super intense cat eye on the inner corner, but just enough to give like a little extra definition. Thankfully, I think my friend is wearing like Maleficent horns, so people will kind of get the vibe that we are in costume. Otherwise, it is looking a bit much, but I'm kind of into it. I said this winter I was gonna like experiment more with my style and just wear all the things I have in my closet and not be afraid to do that. So I feel like this is actually gonna help with that. Okay, now I'm gonna take a black liner and just line my waterline a little bit. And I really want it to look kind of like smudgy black. Like I don't want it to look like, you know, perfect black. So I'm just taking an angled brush and kind of like smudging it downwards a bit, you know, into the lash line. Okay, mascara is done. We have a bit of a problem. The vampire teeth didn't come with anything to adhere them to your teeth, and they're also, even though they gave me 3 sizes, all the sizes don't fit my teeth. So we're not gonna have teeth, which is a bummer, but I do have this special effects fake blood, so I think I'm gonna put like 2 bite marks here with some blood dripping down or something, because if I'm not gonna have teeth, like, we need another way to identify that I'm a vampire and it's not just, you know, spooky makeup.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit.
Let's move on into lips. So I think I'm going to take, just starting out with like a neutral brown. I'm doing kind of what I always do, where I always just like contour my lips out.
So sharp, so freezing, so cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is...
Okay guys, this is the completed look. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. Even like the blood on the neck, like, I'm definitely not a special effects artist, but I feel like we pulled it off. People are gonna know what I am even without the teeth. So I feel like the makeup came out good. The outfit is on point. I have this little like choker vintage necklace that I've had forever, which works perfectly. And then my little corset with the long sleeve top. And then I'll back up a little bit so you can see the skirt. And then we have the little skirt with the grommets and some over-the-knee boots. So that is it for today's look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and give it a thumbs up on your way out if you did and you want to see more Halloween content in the future. And thank you guys so much for watching.